So today I thought I'd go through and show you guys what's like behind the scenes, everything that goes on before a video comes out, before it's made. And the reason I'm making this video at this point in time is A, we're going to be getting 600 subscribers, which, to think about it, is first of all a lot more than I thought I'd get on a channel that wasn't gaming. Which you guys don't know, I used to have a gaming channel with something like 7,000 subscribers, and well, that I really wasn't into that, so I switched content and I started a new channel because I felt like, start fresh, get a fresh new start. I wasn't ever planning to do anything close to where I am now, and that was more just the fun, and that's what it still is. And the second thing is we're reaching 100,000 views on all the content that I've produced so far, which is a big milestone for me because on my previous channel I only had 200,000 total views, which meaning that I'm pretty much halfway there to what I'm doing now. And obviously different content means different subscriber ratios, so I'm not a bit disappointed in the fact that, hey, I'm not getting as many subscribers as I was before because it's a different kind of content, which I'm enjoying producing. I'm actually really getting into doing the video and the editing stuff. I'm actually really enjoying that. But I really want to take today out because today is more of a, thinking about and kind of showing you guys what goes on behind the scenes before I make my videos. And the other thing is I wanted to make this video because it kind of feels like this is also the 6-month anniversary of me kind of creating the channel, and it's not exactly, and by no means will it be anywhere close, but this is February, and I did start this channel in July, so it is pretty much 6 months. So I'm also making this video for that reason. A lot of things happened on, the same amount, 600 subscribers, the 100,000 views, all this stuff is happening on pretty much the same time. And I thought, well, why not the best way to remember it by showing you guys exactly what I do to make my videos, even though, yes, I'm not any bit popular, but I do this stuff for fun, so it's not really any big deal. But let's get into it, shall we? So the first big step in making my videos is I start off by getting, I'll jot down ideas. And this is my notebook where I just kind of put all the ideas. As you can tell, it's not really organized. But I go through and I just throw ideas down. I have a pen and pencil somewhere. I just jot them down on here. And whenever I need, I just put them down here whenever I come up with. And then I go through and I'll pick out the best ones. And I'll post them on my Discord server. And I'll get input from everybody else. Like, what would you like to watch? Because, the biggest thing is you can make some good content and you can think it's going to be great. But the big problem is some people don't actually want to see it. And the other thing you also got to keep in mind, which I've also learned, is that sometimes when you make content, people have different views if they've been with you for a while. Like, so say if someone's seen like 12 LEGO computer cases, which I've only done 4, and I've spread them out months in between, except for one occasion, but that was for special reasoning. But the big thing was, the reason why I kind of get the input, and I've kind of been careful about, making sure, I take community input for the good thing, but also when you put something out there, you get to really see what you want to do well, and like what you want people to like, and which people you don't want people to like. And what I've been able to use that for is to find stuff that I would enjoy making. You've also got to find a balance between what you're going to enjoy making and what people are going to watch, obviously. So I found a pretty good balance by making sure I jot down my ideas and then I post them on the Discord server, let people vote on them, what they're going to like. And if I enjoy the idea and I think it's a good idea, it also depends on the time frame that I have to produce the video. Sometimes with school and stuff, school gets really bad and I'm stuck with only maybe an hour to produce a video for that day. And I also am trying to get a little bit more scheduled, but right now I'm just trying to get a little bit more of a process, a little bit more schedule in doing my videos because, right now it's a little bit hectic and I do have a new semester and it's kind of being a different way, challenging, I guess. But the big thing is I'm just trying to get a little bit more of a structure in there, and that's my new kind of working on thing as well, along with going to the gym a bit more and, working on some other hobbies at the other time. So the next part is once we upload the stuff to the Discord server and I put it all in there for people to vote on, I kind of go through and I look at what is voted on the most, what people like. Hey, what does people want to see? And off of that, then I kind of go through and I plan the video. Now, obviously, I have a really good skill that I don't actually need to jot things down, but I can pretty much have a good idea of how the video is going to play out, what's going to be said, and what's going to go on. Now, my memory is not the best, and I will be straight up honest. I really struggle in school with memorizing stuff. But the biggest thing for me is I have a full plan on how I want to make a video, and I've actually gotten really good at this through the course of this channel, is I've actually got, as I said, a whole plan to go through and what I want to do in this video. So like this video right here, hey, I want to do structured, I want it to, come out starting off like what's at the beginning, what's next, I want it all structured in a linear pattern. I want to touch on, of course, my notebook over there and things like that, so I can plan it all out how I want it. Of course, I don't know everything, and of course, sometimes there's you know, multiple reshoots and things like that. But the big thing is I go through and I plan everything out before I get to, you know, producing and recording. And so when I sit down, I've, you know, got a good plan on what I plan on doing in the video. And the other thing is, as I said, I've gotten really good with it. It's become a really good skill that I've been able to develop just because of time issues. Like, the funny thing is, I've gotten really good at it because, as I said, time has been really difficult to manage, especially this last semester that I had. That math was just completely insane. And so with the little time I had, I was able to produce content. And now that we're in a different semester, you can definitely notice the content has gotten a lot better with I've had a little bit more time. It's not been as rushed. But yeah, overall content's gotten better. So after I've gone through and I got the video planned out in my head, I'll go through and shoot it. And of course I set up my cameras. I usually have my iPhone camera is what I use the most. I do have some webcams that I use for streaming purposes, but the quality on them is not the best, just like the microphone volume on my phone is not the best. And sadly, to do with this is the microphone on the phone, I've already tried hooking it up with the microphone that I've had. It's just super difficult to get anything to work with an iPhone. So hopefully for my birthday we'll be getting some equipment, which will be in March. If you're interested, that would be something that to tune in for. I'll probably be doing a stream in March. It'll be a Thursday in March. So yeah, that'd be something to tune in for. But that being aside, the big thing is for me is just making sure that, you know, the quality is as high as I can possibly produce it. One of the biggest things I did go through this last Christmas, I got a bunch of lights so that, you know, the quality doesn't look as bad, because if you noticed before, the quality was really dark, hard to see, and now it's at least lighter. The next plan, of course, I'm going to get a microphone, hopefully to hook up to my phone so at least the sound quality gets better. After that, it's all just tweaking and making things efficient for me. So after I've gone through and recorded the footage, the next thing I do is I plug it into my computer. Now the biggest thing is that I have to go through and get one of these lovely little things, and I will tell you, it probably takes a good 5 to 20 minutes to get the footage off my phone, just because Apple and Windows do not like to work together. And that's just the fact, I guess, of how things work. So the problem with that is I've got to go through and, you know, mess around with the phone and all that stuff so that I can get the content on the computer and then put it in the video editor and start editing. Editing for me takes anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. And depends on the length of the clip, how I want the clip done. And I usually have an idea on how I want to have the thing structured in the clip as well. Also, another thing I've gotten good at is editing a lot faster than I originally started. Also, thanks to this computer, it's actually a lot easier, because I used to edit on this Mac over here, and this Mac will just say whoa, that was a really bad brain fart. 4 cores, I almost said 5 cores, which, let me know if you guys can find a processor with 5 cores. But 4 cores, and it was not good to edit on, especially with the graphics that I don't even know, 1 gigabyte of video RAM. Anyway, so this thing runs awesome, don't have to worry about anything, and I can edit really fast, blaze out some footage. Usually footage to render actually takes less time than the length of the overall footage, and usually when I'm doing that I just go open up a game or something and play, like, I don't know, some PUBG or something while I'm waiting, which is also really good for the multi-cores and of course the graphics card being so powerful enough to handle it. Which one of the good things I'm really happy about is when I went out and got my computer back, oh gosh, last June, I was, you know, knew what I wanted, and I also got at least some quality parts. I did have to upgrade, I did have to fix some stuff, but I at least ended up with some good baseline parts. And at the time, I thought it was extremely expensive for the 650 1080 Ti that I got. Is nowhere close to as bad as it is now with the graphics card prices. Which, to think about it, at least it's not, it could always be worse. We'll just leave it there. But I'm happy with the overall performance, and I think video editing wise, I have really no need for anything faster. I feel like that just gives me enough time to plan out how I want the thumbnail to look, you know, when it's rendering, things like that. It gives me a lot of time to plan it out and, you know, figure out how I want to word the title, how I want to do all that stuff. And that leads us to the next part. So while it's rendering, I usually sit down, I might open up some Discord, type and talk to some people. I have a bunch of other projects. If you don't know, I actually do have a couple other side things that I do besides YouTube. I've been developing a Discord bot that I've been in charge of kind of going through and posting stuff to, you know, editing, doing updates to, kind of managing this public figure, which I've actually been able to do pretty well on this YouTube channel as well. If you guys notice the odd videos where I'll do something about like this partner bot and stuff, that's just been the stuff. And the funny thing is, I would put this on another channel, but the way YouTube algorithms work is that they kind of prioritize popular channels. So I was like, hey, I'm doing this, I might as well throw a video out. And usually I throw out a second video because it's not really the same kind of content. And those videos just advertise the projects that I'm working on and they're not really related to this channel, but it's a good way to kind of get those out, and they're really popular, and I'm good with that. Also, I think it does drive a little bit more people to this channel, which is kind of good as well. So, as I said, I usually work on that while I'm waiting for this stuff to render. When I get done, I go sit down and I make the thumbnail. Now, making a thumbnail has been something I've been kind of working on. You can see the progression. If you look at my very first thumbnail, you look at my current thumbnail style, you can definitely see a huge difference. And it's just been getting better with Photoshop and such. So I've kind of gone through and tweaked it, and then I'll probably open up the previous template that I've used and just slap something in there, make sure it all looks nice and pretty, and I'll upload that. The next part is picking out a title. Now, titles are really difficult for me because I have to sit down and I have to go, what would I click on if I was the person that's not clickbait? Because, to be honest with you, I've done clickbait in the past on this channel. I've done some clickbait things on my previous channel. And I mean, it's not really that good when you clickbait and people are like, oh, it's not what I was expecting. And so I've gotten really good with putting the title is exactly what you should expect in the video. Putting the tags, which I've gotten extremely good at, which have driven my views up over this last couple months, one to 2 months. I've driven up views around 1,000, yeah, I think it's like 250%, just by changing up my tags on all the past videos, which that's a good thing. If you're struggling on your channel, that's a good thing to try to do, because it just completely blows the market open for what you can do. But that's pretty much what I go through, and I upload the video and stuff, and I go put the tags in, write a nice little description. Big thing for me is also including what the video is about in the very top of the description, because that actually shows up when you search videos as well. And the second thing is, and the final thing is, when you go through and you finish the video and you publish the video, I usually type a little message on maybe the 2 servers or something that I'm buddies on, that I have people on them like, hey, you know, I just posted a video or something. But that's not really the main place I get my traffic. So the reason why I do that is simply because there's some people, some servers that I'm on, some people I talk to that are kind of interested in the stuff, and I do it more to show them, especially if they've been asking about something. Like, for someone asks me about, like, hey, what should I do to pick out a graphics card? I have a video on that, so I'll link them that video instead of trying to explain it, which is just easier for me. And it's not really self-promotion, it's just like, I don't feel like typing out the whole long list, and it's just watch this video because I've already said it and explained it. So I go through and I put that, and that's pretty much what happens. But my main source of traffic is actually over time, and I've been really, really working on getting my views so that they accumulate over time rather than doing views, you know, just a huge spike at the beginning and then nothing else. I've been working on, so like, you know, to get some views. So most of my videos actually start out, there's an initial spike, which all the sub notifications and stuff, where people watch it, and then it drops down for a bit, and depends on the video, but this has been what I've been working on. I've been noticing a lot recently, and then it starts to pick back up, and it goes through pretty much exponential growth depending on the video. If it's too clickbait, then it drops back down, but if it's not too clickbait, it just kind of picks up, and it has a nice steady amount, which is usually more than the initial spike, which is awesome. So I've kind of been accumulating steady views over time as well. So that's my big thing. That's how my videos get made. I'll hopefully have some other drag over clips and stuff over this. That's pretty much how my videos get made. Yes. So, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Didn't? I'm sorry I couldn't, sorry I wasn't what you're expecting, I guess. And, yes, if you're watching this video and I have something like, some large amount of subscribers, and you're sitting here laughing at my 600 subscribers, just know that this has been my 4th or 5th time doing YouTube, and I quit probably making it out pretty good so that I could do something I wanted to do rather than just chill out and do something I really despised. So that's why I'm here. That's why I keep doing this, and that's why I'm making this video today, is because I feel like this is the 600 subscriber mark. We've got 6 months into this channel. We've got 100,000 views, and that just all lines up on the same day, which I was like, hey, I gotta make a video for that. So thank y'all for watching. Hope to see you around.